How big of a role does a wedding play when it comes to a marriage? Can a wedding be a deal breaker? Somebody wants a big wedding.
This is a great.
Somebody wants a small wedding, and they're like, "Yo, like," but some people say, like, "Hey, this is what a girl's been dreaming about since she was 2 years old. Is put on that white dress to give her what she asked for, and that's it. Like, this is the only day that she want." Or is it like, hey, because in my experience, I'm like, yo, we gonna get a nikah, rack this joint up, and we gonna live our life. You know what I mean? So, but some people like, nah, let's do
$20,000,
this
$30,000, $40,000 weddings,
and the family pressure you too. Like, hey, we're Pakistani, we're Indian, we need thousands of people there. You can't invite 20 people. You need everybody. So like,
well, if they're gonna pay, look. If her parents was gonna pay for all of that, because my parents wasn't gonna pay for it, then we can have whatever she wanted. But if we were going off of my little budget that I had, we about to go downtown. I didn't want no Christian, I didn't want this, but then they told me what the justice says. Sometimes he say in the name of God, sometimes they don't. But my point was to just go and get the marriage license so I can say I was legally married by the state, right? Now, my wife expressed to me that she would like to have a wedding. At the time that we were talking about getting married, we didn't have the money for it. So, do we want to get married? Do we want to wait until we got the money for it? We don't know when we're going to have the money for it. So, it could be next month. It could be 2 years from now, whatever. But again, I'm going back to the commitment. We were committed to be together and to be married. So, because that commitment came first, we went down to the justice and we got married. Now, because she did express to me that she wanted a wedding, later on in life, she was probably 15, 20 years.
15 years in.
15 years in, I gave her a wedding.
hey.
Nikah. But with the whole after thing and all of that other stuff. But again,
he did not sell. He planned himself down again. Okay.
All I'm saying is,
we had a nikah. We had it here downstairs in our home. We had a lot of family members.
Decorated all that good stuff.
But we made it a whole weekend. So one night we had the nikah, had the whole family thing, had the whole spread, food and everything. But the next day, it rented out the whole skating rink. We had a private skate bar. We rented out the whole
rink. They got everybody up out of there.
And
we had it to ourselves all night.
Skating party and everything like that. And then the next day we went out of town. So he made it like a whole weekend. Now that was when we could afford it.
That's right, because she wanted something at the beginning that I could not give her. Don't lose sight of that. If this is something that your spouse really wants, don't lose sight of that. I mean, eventually, inshallah, if Allah blesses y'all, you'll get to it. But again, if I was not able to give her that, we had the commitment of the marriage. Wow. So again, if without that commitment, we would have never got to that, her getting this wedding that she wanted.
Now, a lot of people are caught up in the pomp and circumstance, and I think social media has become a big part of that, because the proposal is huge, and the wedding is huge, and the pictures are huge. And then the first dance and, all of this type of stuff. I mean, social media has really played this out.
Social media is the worst thing to ever happen.
What they tell each other, don't, if that's what you want, that's what you want. How they put it?
If that's, don't settle.
Yeah, don't settle for nothing. Don't settle for nothing.
Like he was saying, if the parents are going to pay that. Now, we see that. Because the Indies, the Desis and stuff, they blow it up. That's like big in their culture. Yeah. Is to have these big, weddings. Pakistanis, some of them do that too. It's big like that.
And if you ain't got to pay for it, brother, go for it.
Yeah, African Americans, sometimes, I mean, we just bring that down.
Oh, African American, you come to me. Oh, wait, what? Oh, boy, I'll decorate the basement for you. Come on.
That's all I'm saying. Look, sorry.
We put you out in the backyard, street some light. You know what I'm saying? We good. We had
them horns going off.
Yeah, we'll pop some Hawaiian punch. We good. Or they make the punch with the 7-Up. All that. You know what I'm saying? We just
but see, the Deadlies wouldn't go for that because if you want my family to pay for it, boy, we having a backyard barbecue.
And there's nothing wrong with simple celebrations. As long as you're committed to the marriage. Because if you look back, because I'm tracking people, y'all. If we look back 7 years. So we've known some people 7 years.
You with the CIA too?
7 years since we wrote this book, and I seen they weddings. They had some blood up walimas. Okay, was
some of them still in debt.
On point. Some of them ain't even married no more.
Wow.
You know, some of them not
some
even
of them ain't married, but some of them in debt.
So did they work more on the wedding than
marriage.
they did the marriage?
Mm-hmm.
No, did they work more on that? And I think
it's called commitment, people.
I think as Muslims that we have to go back to that, because everything the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did, it was kind of it was simple.
Yeah.
You know, it was simple. Even speaking about, you know, Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, it's like saying she had like one dress and she would wash it like every 3 days, you know, something like that. Just something very simple, you know, that she did. And I think we get away from the simplicity, you know, and very simple weddings can be really nice, you know, emotional, endearing, you know, and have full meaning to it, more so than the pomp and circumstance. And I think we just need to get more back.
We got to get back to commitment again. Your relation, your marriage ain't gonna last because of all this big old wedding you had. It just don't work that way. If you ain't got the commitment to have all that big wedding,
and I ain't trying to talk
you just gonna have a big wedding with no commitment.
I ain't trying to talk about nobody, but there was somebody that was married when we wrote the book 7 years ago, and he's been married 2 other times since. So we're talking about 3 marriages in a 7-year period. Okay.
Wow. So he said, forget 3 decades. I'll just get 3 wives and.
yeah. But mind you, and I think that's the problem is he's trying to get more wives, and the other wife was just saying, not today. Not today. You ain't having this here. But I think even a bigger thing about this person that I'm talking about was who told us that our book would never appeal to Muslims because it was too general. Like, you know, it wasn't, you know, based on
marriage is general
or something like that. This person.
You put too much on it.
You've been married 3 times in 7 years, and we still here, boo. Yeah. We still right here.
Why you calling people name out and stuff?
I'm just saying.
Salam everybody, thank y'all for watching the video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If y'all want to see more content just like this, make sure that you subscribe. Also leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. And more videos.
More videos.
Right here in the bottom.